the longest you've not spoken?
Ever.
You know, on your actual driving test, you are allowed to talk.
I won't be. The West. Did you say West?
Just do what you think is safe. Hey everyone, and welcome to Vamos Automatic. Today we're here with Teeny and we're going to do a little mock test. You ready?
Ready?
Do you want me to explain what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So we're going to be driving for about 38 to 40 minutes, always following the road ahead unless directed otherwise. We're going to do one manoeuvre, maybe an emergency stop, and then we'll do half of it will be the independent drive where we might follow the sat nav or road signs. Okay, so before we move off, we're going to do the question.
Okay.
How would you check your headlights are working?
Turn them on and you'll be able to see them. Or have something reflecting in front of you.
Would you want to get out maybe?
Yeah, or get out.
Yeah, definitely get out. We'll move on when you're ready. So we're just going to be following the road for the moment. And I've got my disguise on, so no one will recognise me.
Perfect.
And then at the end of the road, we'll turn right, please. Is this the longest you've not spoken?
Ever.
You know, on your actual driving test, you are allowed to talk.
I won't be. Are you allowed the radio on?
Yeah, but I've turned it off because of TikTok.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, no, on your test you can.
we'll do a drive-through on the way home.
If you pass. At the end, we'll turn right, please. At the roundabout, we'll turn right, the third exit, please. approach here, it's just not marked until very late. Okay. Follow signs for Berwick upon Tweed.
Are we allowed to be in the bus lane just now?
It's a Sunday.
Does that mean no? Yes, we are.
The roundabout that's coming up is super tricky, so we've got 3 lanes on approach. We're heading to Berwick upon Tweed, which is the same exit as City Bypass South, so we need to follow the road markings for the south.
I'm in the wrong lane.
Just do what you think is safe.
I'm just going to fall off my lane.
That's all a girl can do.
We're going to the south.
Well, where are we going now?
The west.
Teeny doesn't leave at the correct exit, but this isn't a problem. We're following the lane for the west and we can just return to the roundabout doing a U-turn at the next one. This is not a fail. She has followed the correct road markings, but just to the wrong destination. So I didn't like how that test started. We're going to go back to the beginning and start again.
Something went a bit wrong there.
And then we're going to follow signs for Berwick upon Tweed, okay?
Okay.
So this time round, Teeny has decided to pick the middle lane on approach. I can't tell you because you're on a test, but look at the road markings.
It will say straight ahead.
Yeah, but what did the word say?
South.
And what are you heading for?
Berwick upon Tweed.
Yeah, City Bypass South. You can ask for directions, okay? Like, it's painful watching you suffer in silence. Like, I know where you don't know where you're going, but you won't ask me.
Well. So I was in the right lane last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But this one also goes to the south.
Yeah, they both go then.
Unfortunately, this time
So
round,
that's
Teeny
fine.
doesn't manage to stay in her lane
We're
properly,
going
and you'll see the
right
car
way.
behind us change their speed, as it looks like we're about to change lanes, even though we're carrying on round the roundabout. Trying to keep to the right of the slip road lane as you're joining would stop us from hitting the left of the lane. This would be a driving fault. Teeny makes a great last minute check over her shoulder just to make sure there's nothing directly next to her.
And then we're going to follow signs for Collington and Oxgangs, please.
On the dual carriageway, it does take us a while to get to 60, so I would have marked this down as a driving fault for progress appropriate speed.
And then we'll follow signs for Collington, please.
This is another road that often catches people out because it's so wide. It's not a 40, it is a 30. We can see street lights and no other signs. Teeny does go a little bit over, so she will be getting a driving fault for use of speed.
If you could find somewhere on the left, please, that's safe to pull up and stop.
Teeny picks a great place to pull up and stop here. The first bump is the drain, but that second sound is her sadly rubbing the curb, so that would be a driving fault for position normal stops.
And then we'll drive on when you're ready, please.
What would you be doing if you weren't doing a test today?
Probably just like eating chocolate, if I'm honest.
At least a bunny come to your house.
Get barked at by the dog. Walk the dog, feed the
You
dog.
could have dressed the dog up first, right?
I could have. You're right. We'll take the next road on the left, please. then the next road on the right, please. You see that grey car up ahead on the left? We're going to pull up and stop before it, but just leave just enough room to pull away, okay? You can ignore the driveways.
Oh. Just there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Lovely.
Excellent. And then we'll move on when you're ready, please.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm parking here.
We're like, did you say?
I know I talk really loudly, but surely he couldn't have heard me. It's like...
I don't know, it speaks for itself.
At the end
You
of the
need to
road,
quiet down.
we'll turn left, please. And then we're going to bear right and go down into Collington, please. Just quickly, just coming out of the mock test, where's that car stopped?
In a cycle box! That's a fail. That's a dangerous fault, sir.
Go out and tap on his window.
Excuse me.
My driving instructor said.
Pretty sure Doug said that was a dangerous fault. Is this one of the actual routes?
Yeah. We'll take the next road on the right, please. You only go round the roundabout at Calder Road once, though.
I wanted to do it twice. Don't like that roundabout, Calder Road.
And we'll pull up on the left just after the van, please. So we're going to do the parallel park manoeuvre. So what I'd like you to do is pull up alongside the grey car up ahead, and then we'll reverse park, finishing reasonably close and parallel to the curb.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready. thank you. We'll drive on when you're ready. And now we're just going to be following the road ahead, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end we'll turn left.
Do you want the test start and finish at the test centre?
No, they start at the test centre and then they finish in the town centre and get the bus back. Of course they start and finish at the test centre.
I don't know. They finish it somewhere else. They have a jolly on the way back. I don't know.
They finish at Ben Nevis, get a helicopter back. And we're going to turn right at the end of the road, please.
Cut that out.
This junction has a really restricted view to the right, so you really need to creep out into the road a lot further before you decide to go. Steering as soon as you move out of the junction will allow you to pull away faster, but on this occasion I think Teeny would have got herself a serious driving fault for observations.
You got more license after this,
As it's a Sunday, we should be using the bus lane as a normal lane, so Teeny would have got herself a driving fault here.
At the traffic lights, we'll turn left, please.
When entering a new road, it's really important to be looking out for any speed limit changes, so we can see this clearly changes to a 20 as we turn in.
It's okay to wait at the sign.
Mm-hmm.
It says wait here. Right.
Perfect. That's what I wanted.
He's in the wrong place,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
He should have waited here. But where is he? There. Can I just remind you it's a 20, please, Teeny, because you've ignored the subtle hints on several lampposts. like to tell everyone the rules for speed limits? If there's street lights,
30.
Unless...
Specified. Like now. The perfect example of a 20 zone. Which is why I'm doing 20.
Towards the city centre. Roundabout, we're going to go left the first exit. You can use the little slip road on approach to it. Roundabout will follow the road the first exit, please. And then at the roundabout we'll turn left the first exit. And then we'll turn left. And this is where you'd normally go if you were finishing a real test in there, but we're going to follow it round to the right, okay? This is not a real test.
Would you ever want to be an examiner?
No. We'll go left at the end. And then if you could show me how to clean the front windscreen. Thank you. And we're going to pull up on the left in between the driveways if you just park on the speed bump.
Yep.
That's perfect, thank you. And then just secure the car, turn the signal off. That's the end of the test, my little teeny room. How do you think you did?
I don't think I passed.
Why don't you think you passed?
I think I missed a few mirror checks and my speed.
The speed. What's the speed limit in Longstone?
20? Always been 20.
How long has it been? Years?
Yeah.
So when we turn left there, that's when you got the serious for it. So you turned left and you were speeding up as if it was a 30. So we were at 28. We were at 28, and we only slowed down because there was the red traffic light. And then when we sped back up, we went back up to 26, and then that's when I just reminded you that if you use your eyes, you will see the speed limit signs. They are tiny, they are hard to see, but you just have to be looking for them. And we've been down there before. There was one other one you might not have realised on the roundabouts. When we went round it the first time, we were turning right, and you put yourself in the right hand lane, and you came round the roundabout and you stayed in that lane as it peeled off into the middle.
Yeah.
And then you stayed in the middle lane and carried on going round as it peeled off into the left. And then you left the roundabout in the left lane. Yeah. Which was fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Then we went round and did that right turn again on the other spiral one. Yeah. Absolutely fine. But when we went back to do the first one, like again, like take two, we've approached it in the middle lane, which is fine, absolutely fine. But we were going over the lane on the left-hand side, and the car behind us was holding back. Yeah. Because you weren't staying in your lane properly. Yeah. Serious driving fault. Yeah. But what weren't you keeping an eye on as you went round the roundabout?
That one.
And then as we come off that roundabout, how many lanes are there on the exit?
2.
But did we act like there were 2?
No.
No, we just moved straight back in to the middle of the lane. Yeah. Without checking. Yeah. And then we started checking the mirrors for the slip road. Yeah. 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 A serious driving fault, change direction. Yeah. For mirrors. The rest of the drive wasn't bad. There was a few bits that I feel like after you found out you were speeding, you were like mirrors schmirrors. mirrors are for losers. Like, I've failed. What's the point in? No, I don't need to know what's around me. But then there was just a couple for lane discipline. One for progress on the dual carriageway. We were going quite slow to begin with, but you kind of got up to nearly 60, so it was all right. Just mirrors changing. When we come off a roundabout, we don't check our left mirror enough. Yeah. Like, we might check it once, or we don't check it at all. Yeah. And if there's 2 lanes, we're not checking the right mirror, which I would definitely. I want to know what's around me as I go round the roundabout. And then speed. There was a few bits where you were a little bit over, but normal driving position. What lane?
Left.
Left. So when the bus lane opened up along Lanark Road, straight in it, it would be a serious driving fault if the traffic went underneath you, but because there wasn't much traffic, they were all behind you, so it's just a driving fault for not being in the left lane for normal driving.
What? So I wasn't in the bus lane.
You know when we turned left at the traffic lights?
Which ones?
We this is the problem with driving test. Like, so we were going along Lanark Road. Yep. We turned left. Yep. And it's where it was the 20. Yep. All the way, the bus lane opened up, didn't it? And then we moved back to the left to turn left. But where should we have been?
The left already.
The left, but it was only a driving fault. Hit the curb once. It was like a kiss, wasn't it? Yeah. We don't mind a little kiss, do we? Little touch, little smooch. No touching rule in this car, obviously, including the curb. Keep your hands to yourself and the wheels in the road, please. And then a little bit of hesitation at one roundabout, but most of the roundabouts were really good. Yeah. You know the one at Longstone? Like, the car was on the other side of the roundabout. And I can hear you going, I wonder if he's going to come round. Yeah. Like, he will, won't he? But like,
eventually.
He just drive off.
In about 3 minutes time.
And then observations at junctions. I'm on the fence with this one. We've done the parallel park, which was perfect.
I know.
Literally, like,
Nailed it.
Girls, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Like, oh. Absolutely smashed it. Really great job at the little crossroads. And then at the end of that road, we turned right, and we didn't really come out of the junction before we drove off. So then we started to drive off, realised our signal wasn't on.
Yeah.
Put the signal
I know
back on,
exactly
because
what you
that was super duper important at that point, wasn't it?
Yep.
But now there's a car appeared from nowhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it felt like on the very, like, I don't know, like, I can just imagine if you'd had a perfect drive,
Yeah.
the examiner would probably give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, because
Yeah.
I don't think he needed to slow down,
No.
but he was definitely a bit close as we were clearing the, because we didn't start steering straight away.
Yeah.
If you steered as soon as you moved,
Yeah.
you would have been out and gone.
Out and away.
So it was just a bit sketchy. In that junction, I would come out and sit in the cycle lane,
All right. Okay. Yeah.
and then make my decision from there. So make sure there's no cyclists, obviously. Get out in the cycle lane,
Yeah.
because you can't see round that corner.
Yeah.
Get out, get yourself out there, get another check. And if you'd gone out a little bit further, you wouldn't have moved, because you would have seen him, and then you would have waited. And that road's so wide, you don't need to worry about the front of the car being in the way. But yeah, if a cyclist came, we'd be in the way, but we need to get into that space before we make the decision.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But overall, it was a good drive. There was just some sloppy little bits.
Yeah.
And the speed and the staying in the lane at the roundabout. But we're going to go do that roundabout on the way back.
Okay.
Sorry.
I know. I love it there.
But that's the end of the test. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like, comment, and that's great. Thanks very much. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.